Hello and welcome back to the Mauldin High Broadcast Network as we're from Duncan, South Carolina for round one of the 5A playoffs as Mauldin travels to Byrnes. Take on number 2 seed Byrnes, Rebel in the Region 2. So last week, Mauldin had a 55-22 win against J.L. Mann. Byrnes had a 56-8 win against Wade Hampton. Both teams have had somewhat similar years. Byrnes is 5-5, little down year for them. Mauldin's 5-3, missing out on 2 games that got canceled this year. So we're 5-3. They're 5-5. Two very similar teams, but one important thing in this game: Jaden Lucas and Deuce Caldwell are both out with injuries, so it's going to cause problems for the Mauldin secondary. As Byrnes has some of the best receivers in the state, Colin Imhoff is leading or is 5th in the state in receiving yards. Quarterback Gabe Rogers is 1st in the state for yards. He threw for 600 against Riverside in week 7. He's up to 3,171 as of the past season. He just comes to the middle right now. Jaden Lucas and Deuce Caldwell still both there, not dressed out, but still there. So it's going to be a very important game to see Aaron Bowes and Fred Pearson. They are going to have to step up this game. If they don't, this could be a long night, as this Byrnes offense is averaging 39 points a game, and they averaged 21 in the first quarter. Good thing for Mauldin, though, the whole offensive line, they had 3 offensive linemen out 2 weeks ago. Through the past week, now they're both back in after injuries. Kelvin Johnson is also back in. He came back in last week, ran for 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. So if he's gonna play a big factor in this game if they are able. Mauldin gets the offensive side open. Without Jaden and Deuce, who do play both sides of the ball, Deuce usually is that backup running back. So without him, we have to be seeing a lot of Devin Ortega, Kelvin Johnson both doing it. And then Chad Berger, who's been playing a little bit this year, he's going to have to step up too. So for Byrnes, in terms of scholarship offers, there's very few with scholarship offers. It's a very young team, very quick team. So it's like Gabe Rogers, he has nothing. Kai Cook, he's the 7th fastest player on Byrnes ever. He has 700 all-purpose yards this year. I mean, the only players with offers are from Noah McKinney. He's got North Carolina Central and Presbyterian on his board. Will Roper, he doesn't have one, but he was 2019 Carolina Bowl MVP. Thomas Gregory, another receiver, is just one from Presbyterian. So there's not many offers, but they're still a solid team. So it could be they just play more of a team game instead of looking for offers. So Molly's going to receive the ball first. We'll see Emory Watson, his offense, come out. And I've been told Emory and David will both be playing this game. So, and we might also see Emory as receiver without Jaden or Deuce.
I think it's important that we get off to a good start in the playoffs so we have a chance at getting Deuce back next week. But we'll have to fight through some stuff without our best players. But hopefully that we can get it done and move on.
So other games going on around the region. There are a couple of good games. The most important game would be the T.L. Hanna versus Dorman game. It's probably the best game that is on this week. Hillcrest is playing Riverside. Whereas the whole playoff bracket is out for Cole Bryson. We got Clover and Ridgeview, Woodmont, and Spartanburg. That's also in this region. We got Spring Valley Nation 4, Gaffney versus Rock Hill, Hanna versus Dorman, as I mentioned, Northwestern versus Bowling Springs, and then this game. So we're going to, if we win, we'll either be playing the winner of Northwestern or Bowling Springs if we win this game, which would most likely be Northwestern. So the only way we would ever play one of these teams again is, so we're not going to have a good chance. The only team we could play is T.L. Hanna, possibly. We have to get to the third round of playoffs to have a rematch with the T.L. Hanna. So Mauldin takes the field. Byrnes still over there. They got their football helmet ready to come out.
Mauldin will be receiving the ball, though, to start the first quarter and try to get us going. It's really important for us to get off to a good start, to start this game off the right way. So we have the momentum going, gain a little bit of confidence, give Byrnes a little bit of ground to gain, and just put pressure on them. That's the key. We got to make them make plays. We got to make the plays our own, but just making them make plays and making the tough.
And that's one thing you said. An important start will be important. I think if Mauldin could just go first play of the game, we could just go on a deep ball just to test the Byrnes defensive backs. Because Aaron Bones and Fred Pearson are two of the fastest guys on the team. And that both Fred Pearson had a great game against Hannah. Aaron Bowens and Fred Pearson both had a great game against Hannah. Bowens had 8 catches, 463 yards. Or actually, Woodmont, sorry. He had that, and then Fred Pearson has 5 catches for 83 yards. They're going to again, and that was again without Jaden or Deuce. So they are probably going to be the two most productive guys on the field. Got the Byrnes radio team over here saying keep Mauldin or keep Byrnes offense on the field, which is something that would be important if we can just have these long sort of drives. Just start running the ball, wearing the defensive line out, getting long drives like we saw Hannah get when they started going in that second half. They started getting long drives. You could tell it was wearing out the Mauldin defense. If we could get something like that going, keep Byrnes off the field, which is going to be very explosive offense as it is already. But without Jaden and Deuce in, that's just going to make it all more explosive. Got Caden Brown and Aaron Bowens standing around the 10.
It's a chilly night tonight. Passing game may not be as effective as usual. Probably see a lot more of the running the football just because the ball would be hard. It's cold. People's hands are going to be cold, but we'll see what happens. But I am assuming that the running game will be a lot more effective than the passing game.
Trying to kick off from his own 40. He's going to go down to Caden Brown. Looks like it's going to be very close to the sideline. He's going to let it bounce, and it's going to bounce out of bounds around the 10. So that's going to be a free kick out of bounds. So Mauldin's going to get an extra 10 yards. So Mauldin did a couple weeks ago against Woodmont. They had 10 penalties in total. This is going to be something. If we cannot be having those. And they were mostly just silly penalties. They weren't anything big. There were a couple times, there was just like 5 holding calls that game and then 3 false starts. And that's just something we cannot be having this game. So Kelvin Johnson, that's 2 running back look like they've had in the past. Number 44, don't even have a name for him. He's going to go up to Kelvin on first play of the game. Looks like he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage and go. But not going to get anything there.
It's going to be important for Kelvin Johnson to really carry this offense tonight. Jaden Lucas and Deuce Caldwell both play offense. Not their main positions, but they're key positions. So it's important for him to be big on the offensive side tonight.
Watching pump fakes. He's going to step up and get about 2. He's going to get about 2. They're going to give him about 3. So it can be a big chance for Byrnes to get off the field if they want to. Or if they want, they're not pressing our receiver. So Aaron Bones has been very explosive off that slant. Going shotgun, look across the middle. He's going to step up. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's going to get it. He's going to get it down, cuts out to the outside, and gets hit at the 47-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Keeps it himself. Both plays.
That was a good job by Emery to see what the defense was giving him. He had no receivers open. He took it himself, used it with his legs.
That's going to be high snap. Going to hand off to Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin's going to go on the outside, cuts back in, almost breaks tackle, but gets about 3.
You can just see the explosion right there. Really good in the open field. Is a very hard running back to tackle. So it's important for him to be in the open field and our offensive line and give him good holes.
One was Byrnes side of the field now, barely at 49. But still with that two-back set we have. He's going to look. He's going to go across. No, Caden Brown. They're going to give him the catch. It's going to be about a 7-yard gain for the first completion for Emory Watson. Ball is still hurrying up a little bit.
They will give him the first down on that play. 1st and 10.
Yep, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from around the 43-yard line. All right, Emory's going to hand it off right up the middle. Has nowhere to go. They're going to push him back 2 yards. It looks like he missed a wide open hole. Don't have a number for number 44, so we'll have to figure out who he is. But right now I don't have numbers, so that's going to be in my. He's going to go back 2 yards, so 2nd down and 12. Watson's going to go on a little option. He's going to flip it out over to Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin falls forward to around the 40. They're going to mark him up at the 39, it looks like. So it's going to be about a 6-yard gain off the pitch. Looks like a speed option almost.
Mauldin looks like he's trying to go tempo, trying to catch the defense off guard. The defense looks a little tired. Number 7's got his hands on his hips.
About 37. From 39. Watson's going to look quick to Aaron Bones on a hitch route. Aaron drops it. He could have got that exact right at the first down. Dropped it, though. That is something you were talking about earlier. Just the cold weather could have an effect on the player's hands. The rest are going to come over and talk something. That was one thing we saw. Woodmont, we threw about 5 different times that just little curl route on 3rd and mid, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. We just threw that curl route to Aaron Bones and Fred Pearson. And it worked most of that night. Looks like there was a flag. So false start against Mauldin. If they mark it was before, if they say it was before the plays, and we're going to get another shot at this, this is going to be a 3rd and 11. Okay, no, it's going to be a little formation on offense. Byrnes going to decline, so it's going to be about a 4th and 6. Looks like our offense is going to stay out there. Aiden Haynes is out. He has a foot injury with him, so important for the special teams right now. A very big play early in the game. He's got 3 receivers set. Kelvin Johnson on his right side. Watson looks in the shotgun, steps up middle, goes Kelvin Johnson. Overthrew him. Will Fowler had the hit. Kind of was unnecessary hit, really. But anyway, Byrnes is going to get off the field. It was about a 3-minute, 40-second drive. Mauldin didn't get 20 yards.
That was an interesting no call right there. The ball is way overthrown. The defensive back put his shoulder right into Kelvin Johnson's chest. Coach Neesmith is very surprised with the call, but 1st and 10 for the Byrnes offense.
1st and 10 from the 39. Got 3 receivers to the right. They're all jumbled up near that right side. Aaron Bones one-on-one in the bottom. It's going to be a handoff straight away. It's going to be a reverse play. He's going to try to go. It's going to go out to the outside. Gets through the middle. It's all the way down. He's carrying Mauldin players down to the 31-yard line. Colin Imhoff. It's all the way down to the 30. First play from scrimmage for the Byrnes. Actually going to say stepped out at the 32. So
that was a good misdirection right there. Mauldin, first play of the game, they had no idea that was going to happen. But it was a good play call by the Byrnes offense. Got to give the coaching staff credit for that one.
Straight to the right, one to the left. They're going to go over a little screen. They're going to look over a hitch. He overthrew him. Looking for Colin Imhoff once again. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Rogers, who is leading the state in passing yards, and threw for 600 against Riverside.
600 yards ain't coming tonight, though.
That is very true. Our passing defense, even without Jaden and Deuce, is still going to be good. It's just going to be up to the defensive line to get some stops. They go hand off right in the middle. Here's a run defense. Mauldin comes all the way over. Trey Matney leading the pack. So they're going to give him a yard barely. So it's still about a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 almost. If we're able to stop him on that run like that, that's something we haven't seen the past 3 weeks, is being able to stop that run like that. It was very good to see that early in the game. And drop back a shotgun, looking a little hitch route. He's going to overthrow his receiver way over his head. He didn't even try to jump for that. So it's going to be 4th down and 10 from the 32. And that one ball was over. That was very over his head. I don't know how.
That ball was overthrown. That ball
There's a
could have
difference
gone.
between an overthrow and like not even near the receiver.
That ball was to the highway. I mean, American Airlines up
All right,
there.
well, 4th and 10, they're going for it from their own 32. So another big play early in the game, another down.
Interesting call right here. 4th down and long early in the game, but both teams risking it.
So Gabe Rogers going to come back, going to look across the middle, going to go. He's going to get a man. Aaron Bowens is right there. And they stop him right at the 25. Aaron Bowens and Torrey Young both there, stopping the play. Trey Matney was also in the pack. Stop him at the 25-yard line. Mauldin takes it back over for the drive of the night. So 2 early go for it on 4th downs. Both failed. But we saw that one play by Colin Impost. That's Byrnes' offense right there. It's just a very explosive. If we're able to stop those explosive plays, we have a chance to win this game. There comes David Shear all the way out at quarterback. We got weird formation. Got 3 receivers all bunched up and one right behind him. Can't tell who that is. By Aaron Bowens all the way alone by himself in the bottom of your screen. Then he go. It's going to be they're going to look to throw to Aaron Bowens. He's not. Byrnes read that. Great. Was Kashawn Ray was over there.
Looks like he was looking to throw there, but Aaron Bowens was not open.
Byrnes read that. It was a great read by Byrnes. I haven't seen that call from Mauldin. Somebody's down.
Player.
Can't tell who it is. All right, injury timeout. Can't tell who it is. It's 5:43 left, so a little over halfway through the first quarter. So first really break of the game. Both teams have been going pretty fast. Mauldin's, you mentioned earlier the tempo that Mauldin was going with. I've been doing that this past couple games. Ever since the Hillcrest game, we started going a little more up-tempo offense.
Looks like it's number 11, Fred Pearson, who's getting carried off by the coaching staff. That'd be a big loss.
Yeah, if he cannot return. If he is out for the game, that will be a huge loss. He is the main guy behind Aaron Bowens in the secondary. So Watson comes back out. He's got a 2 running back look once again. Starting to, Watson's going to hand it off. Number 44 goes right at the middle. Byrnes reads that. Once again, Byrnes reads another Mauldin play. Very good.
Got number 44 from Mauldin just got absolutely laid out by Byrnes defender. Couple big hits so far early in the game from the Byrnes defense. They're coming to play, coming with passion, coming with grit. It's a playoff game.
So 3rd down about 8. Got St. Kelvin in motion. Going to look Kelvin's way. They're going to throw over Aaron Bowens. Aaron Bowens catches this one off a slant. Another big hit. He's going to be right at the 1st down marker. Looks like they're going to mark him just short. That's going to be a very close call. Yeah. They're going to give us the 1st down.
Was very close, but they did.
Watson going to step up. He's going to need about 3-4 yards.
It's going to be important for the offensive line to give us good blocks tonight, as we're going to need those holes for Kelvin Johnson in the running game.
I mean, we talked about running earlier. We're already up. to 9 rushes by everybody so far. High snap. Watson gets control of it barely, and Kelvin runs straight into the Byrnes defense. Looks like going to be a yard loss of 1 on the play.
What is that? 3-4 high snaps. We got to
Yeah.
make sure that none of those get over Emory Watson's head because that could turn into a real disaster. But hopefully we can set our offensive line down and we
We
can
do
get
have
some
Caleb
good
Faust
blocks.
is usually the center. Right now he's on the right tackle. So he's playing different formation. We got different center, different everything. Low snap this time. Watson's going to go across the middle. Kashawn Ray, another drop on a 3rd down. So 4th down and 6 on the 39. Probably going to have to punt this time. And punt team does come on. So ball's at 38, 39. Be calling Imhoff. Back to return for Byrnes. Kicks away. It's going to be a low kick. It's Emory Watson kicking once again. That ball is getting a very good roll. We downed it. I think they thought we touched it. Yeah, I think they. Yeah, that ball.
That was a nice friendly roll we got there as Emory Watson, the quarterback, is the punter, but just kicked a little line drive punt and actually rolled a good bit.
I think we got Willie Banks playing safety where Fred Pearson would be. He's just put up. It's going to be a handoff right in the middle. That's going to be number 12. Xavier Simmons hasn't made a big name this year, but. Yeah. Oh, 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 1. Excuse me, after a 9-yard gain. Going to go look up across the middle. He's going to pressure. He gets away from the pressure from Simmons. He rolls wide open. Frederick Pierce is going to go out all the way down to the 45.
This guy coming right across the line of scrimmage, wide open. Every other receiver is coming to the left of the field. Right of the field was wide open. Number 23, Bray Peterson, with the tackle, chasing him down.
1st 10 from the 45. Another quick play from Byrnes. Going to go right up the middle on handoff. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Gets hit. He's going to get forward around 30. They're marking him at 35, maybe 34. Was Willie Banks with another tackle.
Josh Page in the game for the first time tonight. Just came back from injury.
Well, 1st 10, once again, they're going to go on a quick hitch route. Going to get it to the outside. Aaron Bowens brings him down. It's about a 9-yard gain.
Just a couple short plays right now for the Byrnes Rebels. 9 and 10 yards. Fred Pearson is back in the game. That's a good sign for the Mauldin Mavericks.
They're going to be handoff once again. It's going to go out to the outside, get a 1st down, get into the red zone around the 19-yard line. So Rebels starting to move a little bit here. This one, Mauldin's defense has started to step up a little bit. They started to bunch the middle right now because they know when you get inside the red zone, it's hard to throw. So Mauldin knows they can bunch up together. They come up and a run straight up the middle. Josh Page and Trey Matney, both there, about a 3-yard gain.
Good stop by the defense, about 2 yards on that carry. Gives them about a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. Keep him to a field goal right here would be a big stop.
2nd and 7. I'm trying to put Kyan Cook in the backfield. Black comes in. Probably going to be a false start. False start's moving back 5 yards. We got 2nd and 12. At least now we got the rest of Mike, so we don't have to actually understand what they're saying instead of having to guess. It's 20 seconds left. Clock's running. 0-0 still. 10 seconds. See if they just try it. Looks like Mauldin's defensive linemen are on the knee. Not like they might do. Yep. Notice that 5 seconds can be a handoff straight up the middle to Cook. Cook breaks right through the middle, tackled into the end zone. O'Connor Cook had a huge drive, finished it off with the first touchdown of the game as the quarter ends. Byrnes now leads 6-0.
Just a huge hole on the right side of the defensive line. No one was there. Just an easy, almost walk-in touchdown for the running back right there. Gotta sharpen up our defense. What a great job, though, by the Byrnes Rebels. Drove down the field, had like 4 or 5 10-yard plays that added to the touchdown. As the extra point is good. Byrnes 7, Mauldin 0 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah. So that does bring us to the end of the first quarter. So Mauldin 2 very short drives. It's just starting to run the ball, but we cannot get the running game going. Kelvin Johnson still coming back. Still not 100%, but I mean, we got backup running backs in. With Deuce is out, it's going to be very different with Deuce out. So Deuce is going to be a very important guy. Or was a very important guy for the past couple games. With him out, Kelvin's always been the number 1 running back. Without Deuce, he's not really a number 2. I mean, we had Devin Ortega playing against Woodmont. Torrey Henderson is playing a little bit. Chad Berger has been playing a little bit. So both teams going to come back out now. So on the flip side of the field, got Ray, we got Caden, Ray, and Bowens. Bowens around 20, Ray's around the 5, or around the 15. Ray's around the 5.
The second quarter of play almost underway as the Byrnes Rebels take the 7-0 lead to end the first quarter. Very quick. First quarter of play at Boots kick down to the 25-yard
Be caught. It looks like Lucas Dominic's tight end is going to get through the middle, around to the 37. So Lucas Dominic usually plays tight end. He gets himself about a 12-yard kick return.
That was a great return to give the Mavericks a good starting field position. We really haven't had that in the first quarter yet, but hopefully that can start us a good drive. Really need to focus on the running game. Passing game hasn't been working that well, except for a couple of receptions by Aaron Bowens.
Let's call something, but we do have Caleb Fallis back in playing the center instead of the right tackle. Ref's signaling a timeout. Don't worry why how much.
Reset the game clock to 11:54.
Okay. Reset the game clock. It got all the way down to 11:37. So yeah, that was definitely not that long, but
seems like almost every game we're having issues with the game clock. People up there struggling with the buttons, don't know how to click stop.
So Mauldin's going to come out. Now Aaron Bowens to the left. Everybody else bundled up near the right side, near the offensive line, and another referee timeout.
Please reset the game clock to 11:54.
They got to reset the game clock again. Well, looks like we're going to get to go here. Byrnes showing a blitz. Watson the shotgun. Watson going to hand off up the middle. Kelvin Johnson. Johnson almost had a hole. Defensive line broke off. Kelvin Johnson's going to get about 2. We have watch the same formation once again. Going to pitch it out this time. Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin Johnson cuts back in. Has nowhere to go. Gets right back to where the original line of scrimmage was.
Usually that juke will work, but the defensive player right there set his feet in the ground, used the feet.
Kelvin Johnson goes hopping off the field and just falls on the sideline. I hate to laugh, but that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
I hate to laugh because he's a very important player.
He dove like he was diving in a swimming pool.
Got Fred Pearson, Caden Brown on that right side. Aaron Bowens. I think it's Dominic on this left side. Show blitz back out of it. Only going to bring 3. Watson looks deep. He's going to have to run. And he's sacked once again. Emory Watson has to stay in the pocket a little bit longer. He could have had something wait up. That's only 3 seconds. You got to wait just a little bit longer. They only brought 3 people. Our offensive line is very good. They could have held that up for another 5 seconds. You got to just hold that ball a little bit longer.
The offense just has nothing going for them right now. It can't get anything going. They had one good drive, but then ended on a 4th down. Got to find a way to get these drives going and get in the end zone.
Byrnes got a very late substitution. It's going to be Emory Watson back. They got it looking like they're going to come after this one. They do come after it. Hemhurry fumbles it, picked up at the 20-yard line. Another bad snap. Those different log snaps. This is a very where it's going to be all the way down at the 20-yard line.
Like we said earlier, the ball's hard. It's slick. It's been raining the past couple of days. The field might be a little damp. Just a bad snap right there and a bad Emory thought of punting the ball before he actually grabbed hold of it. Just a little mistake right there.
They are resetting this gameplay. They've already reset it 3 times in this quarter. You haven't even been through 3 minutes of the game. So Byrnes going to start at the 20-yard line, up 7-0 right now. So last time they were in this air zone, they just handed it off right up the middle to Cook. He just did all the work himself. They're going to go look across. They're going to look deep, one-on-one coverage. Gets him on a 10-yard out route. Be tackled out of bounds. Thomas Gregory going to get first. Looks like they're going to give him the first. See if they mark it at. See if they can bring the chains out. That's what they are going to do. Bring the chains out. If they get this, they're going to be marked at the 11, so they'll still have a 1st and 10. So they don't have to get a touchdown. They just have to get down to the 1. And then if they get down to the 1, they get 3 tries once again.
9 minutes left in the second quarter. Got to keep the Rebels out of the end zone right here so we don't put ourselves in a big hole.
So I'm not sure what they didn't bring the chains out. They still just sitting on the sideline. I haven't seen if they're going to give it to him yet or not. Okay, bring out another chain now.
That other chain had some minor difficulties. Broke on the field.
Yeah, we have the weirdest difficulties. Game clock and the chains not being set up.
Unbelievable. Little things matter in life, kids.
So they're going to mark it just short, a yard short almost, a little under. So it's going to be 2nd down in inches here. Probably just going to be a handoff. Well, they're going to go look the pass again. Going to go wide open in the end zone. Aaron Bowens one-on-one. Good deflection by Aaron Bowens. Try to go one-on-one. Little underthrown. It was a very good throw. Just slightly underthrown.
That was a good job by the receiver to turn to a defensive back right there because it looked like Aaron Bones was going to come away with that interception. But the ball was tipped a couple times and finally was incomplete. But
Aaron would have
good
got that
defense.
interception. That would have been a huge play.
That was good defense right there by Aaron Bones, though.
Somebody out 11-yard line, 3rd and inches. They're going to hand off to Cook. Cook is outside. Looks like Josh Page. That was Josh Page tackling him about a 3-yard gain. First down. First and goal from about the 7. I think most of this Byrnes offense, they got like a lot of players. This Byrnes offense near the tent. The tent is very small. Though. See something they don't like with them defense. I don't know what we can't like, but the 7-yard line first. They're going to hand it off to Cook. Cook breaks the outside, cuts back in. It's tacked off about a gain of 2. 5-yard line. They're going to mark it right between 5 and 6. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That was probably the best run stop we've had all night. Struggled against the run kind of all year. And it showed tonight. Byrnes had a couple great runs, just like their touchdown run in the end of the first quarter. About a 20-yard free touchdown run.
I'm going to go look across the middle. Across the middle, it deflected. Another dangerous pass that he threw. Torrey Young this time. Responsible for the deflection. Okay, he could have held that for just a second longer. He might have been able to find him open on the sideline. Referee's calling another referee timeout. See if they have to fix the clock again. Nope. Okay, so 8 minutes on the dot left. He's the right, one to the left. 3rd and goal, big play. Ball can stop this. They can still keep it 10-0. They're going to look across the middle. He's going to step up by himself. Going to go on a late pass. Gets him wide open. Byrnes scores once again off of missed punt. Byrnes this time. Once again, it's going to be Colin Cook. This time out for receiving touchdown. Good recognition by Rogers to get out. Get out pocket. Look how he's about to run. Made Mauldin commit to him and threw the wide open pass.
Peyton Fisher had to make one choice. He was going to go off the QB for the QB keeper, but he ended up getting rid of the ball. Just an instinct move right there. Can't blame him for that. Good play by the quarterback.
ENT is good. So Byrnes leads now 14-0. 7:54 left in the first half. Mauldin right now, I think right now we just need to start taking the shot right quick just to test the Byrnes defense. They can show they can stop the run. They're just gonna. I mean, we've thrown a hitch to Aaron that he dropped, Caden that he dropped. So we've had the opportunities. It's just, I mean, Emory's only attempted 3 passes. And kick off now.
Really important drive right here.
Come up, not much of a run up. It's going to be another one of those boot kicks. Aaron Bowens is going to catch this one around the 20. He's going to cut back. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to cut to the outside, cuts back in. It's around 39 again.
This is going to be a really important drive for the Mavericks right here. We cannot afford to go down any more points. We need some points on the board, and we don't have our kicker too. So probably 4 down territory from the 50-yard line and over.
right now, I think this is time. I just wanted just to see a shot right now, just out of the fun, just to test this team. We got Fred Pearson. Fred Pearson's a 6'2", 185. He can go up there and grab it if he needs to. We still got Aaron Bowens. Great. Still got two right. They're going to hand off right in the middle. Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin breaks a little bit of room this time. He's going to get about 8 yards. Best play of the night.
Good to see Calvin Johnson came back from the injury.
Yeah.
Last quarter, he limped off the field, and it looks like he's down again.
Yeah, but it's going to be Kelvin Johnson. Looks like he can fight through. He's going to get up this time. He's walking. He's walking back to the side or the huddle. Yeah, he wants to stay in. Emery pushes him over to the outside. Deuce Caldwell's out there as well. Going to help Kelvin come off the field. Christian Neesmith's over there as well. Well, 2nd and 2. Watson, this I'm going to go right in the middle, 44. Tackle. They're going to mark him right at the line of scrimmage. So,
big third down right here for the Mauldin Mavericks.
I know.
Need to keep this drive going. Haven't had a decent drive yet. A 4th down stop in Byrnes territory stopped us in the first quarter.
Going to go Fred Pearson in motion across the middle. They're going to go hand off to Ortega once again. They're going to get 3 yards. Ortega's now into positive gains. So that's going to be 3 yards. It's going to be him 4 carries for 2 yards now. So right at midfield. Going to go right up the middle of Emery Watson. He's going to get about 2.
That is going to be important for Emery Watson to use his legs the rest of the night. Kelvin Johnson out with our 4-string running back in. We need Emery's legs. Passing game hasn't been working that well yet today.
Going to go across the middle. Wide open, Caden Brown. So that's going to give us about 10 yards.
Great catch after a couple bobbles once he got it. Good throw right there by Emery Watson, though. And good hold by Caden Brown to keep it.
This will be 2nd reception for 19 yards now. Still going with that tempo a little bit. Hand off to Ortega once again. Going to break a little bit of a run this time. He looked like he tripped up around the 35, then just dove around the 33, and he ended up getting 8. Second and 2. Timeout. And Byrnes is going to use their first timeout. 5:40 left, up 14-0. Mauldin finally starting to get a little bit of a drive going.
That's a good job by Mauldin right there, probably forcing that timeout. Mauldin's tempo, catching Byrnes off guard. Need to get those Byrnes Rebels players some water.
Yeah. Man, it's only 8:08 right now. There's still 5 minutes left. Most of these games halftime has been happening around the 9 o'clock. Games haven't been finished until 10:30. I mean, this game's been very full of runs, so clock's been running a lot. Yeah, well, so okay. Ortega's finally starting to get up there a little bit. He's at 5 carries, 10 yards. Still not as good as you would like him to have, but he's gonna have. This drive has been very productive. Now it's up to him. We got 2nd and 3. So 30-yard line. Mauldin's going to come up. Emery Watson shotgun once again. And off to Ortega. Oh, he's going to keep it himself. Emery's going to go and Watson tackle. Looks like he's around the 27. See if they give him the first down. It's going to be very close. Looks like they are going to give him the first down.
Good play by the defensive back right there. If he didn't trip Emery Watson up right there, probably would have been a good 10, 15 yards more. But good run by Emery Watson.
Watson's going to look over, goes right side. We got Lucas Dominican. He hasn't been playing much this year. But Deuce and Jaden now is going to have to take over. Playing the receiver, he usually plays tight end. He's going to probably be running the short routes. Quarterback keeper to Emory Watson. Watson gets to the outside. Tackle about a yard. He had an open hole up the middle. He didn't take it. Ran it to the outside. Actually not going to give him anything on that play. Watson's going to go roll out to his right. Going to look for Pearson or Brown. He's going to go Lucas Dominic. Dominic catches it around the 14-yard line on another bootleg play that we've been running with Emory Watson this year.
Great play right there by Caden Fritz. Kelvin Johnson is back in the game.
I don't know how much we're going to use him. Might be just using him as a decoy for a lot of this. Kelvin Johnson's going to go in motion. Going to screen, tipped.
That was an easy touchdown right there. Great job by the defensive lineman because Aaron Bones was wide open. Just get that ball a couple inches higher. That's an easy touchdown right there. It's important for us to score right here as Byrnes does receive the kick in the second half.
Even a field goal here would be nice. We'd love a touchdown. Going to run out. Going to hand off to Kelvin Johnson. Going to cut right through the middle. Cuts up the middle. Still fighting down to the 5-yard line. Going to move up to the 4. So first down and goal coming up for the Mavs.
What a great run right there. Great jump cut. Ran over the defender. He's going to be feeling that one in his sleep tonight.
4-yard line, first and goal. Ortega and Johnson in the backfield. Jim Mauldin just does another run, riding straight up the middle. Been working this drive. And hand off to Johnson. Also going to go to the outside. He's going to try to beat his defender. Use the speed. Johnson gets in the end zone. Mauldin gets on the board.
Great job right there by Kelvin Johnson, using his explosive speed, getting to the outside and just flat out beating the defender.
They're going to come off with an extra point. That one's going to be good. So Mauldin makes it 14-7. So 3:38 left in the half. Byrnes' drives have been fairly quick. So if they do another one of those like 2-minute drives, Mauldin could come in and try to get a score before the half ends. But you got to be able to stop Byrnes right now if you want a chance. You don't want to be giving up a score right now. If they get the ball, score again, and all of a sudden you're down 28-7.
Great job right there by the Mauldin Mavericks to put together a drive and stay in this game. As they get on the board, it was really key right there. They didn't score right there. It would have been really hard to get back in this game as Byrnes does receive the second half kick. Just a huge drive by the Mauldin Mavericks, led by Ortega and Johnson.
All right, to receive back around the 10 to receive the kick. It's away from the 40. Going to be a little boost. Going to go right around the 21. Pick it up. Goes right through the middle. It's going to be Xavier Simmons, one right there. Going to burn him out to around the 31. Byrnes got 3 minutes, 33 seconds to work with. If they can get a score, they get ball first at half, they could put this game almost out of reach with these next two drives. But with the 14-7 right now, it could be very difficult to come back if they do score on these next two drives. Mauldin currently leading 14-7. Have two receivers to each side. Mauldin going to back out. Going to bring 4-man blitz. Going to come right to the middle. He gets away from pressure. Gets away from 3 different Mauldin defenders. Going to look like he's going to use his legs. It was wide open across the middle. He dropped it. Kyan Cook So first, Mauldin missed about like a 10-yard loss. He gets out of that, makes a perfect pass to Kyan Cook, and drops it. That could have been around a 12-yard gain.
3 Mavericks had the quarterback in their arms. Just need it right there. Just wrap up, use their muscle, and just take down the quarterback. Probably would have been a 15-yard loss. I mean, he was dropped back very far. Wide receiver does end up dropping a wide open pass, though. Really fortunate for the Mavericks.
I'm going to go again. You're going to go on a little short. Looked like it was behind him. Corey Young was there. And we got 3rd and 10 now. It was a good play call from Mauldin on that almost sack play. We designed it to look like Jair was about to back out of it. Then he came back and blitzed himself. And he got right through the Byrnes offensive line. We got 3 of our defensive linemen there in about 3 seconds. And he still escaped it. So 3rd down and 10, 3:17 left. See if they could run it right up the middle and then wait out the clock, get the clock down to around 2:30. And like I'll waste a good minute almost before the clock stops after the punt. Gonna come back. They're gonna hand off the middle. Jeter's coming off the outside. Great play. Number 23, Bray Peterson, stopped it very quick. They're gonna give him like 5 yards. I should have called that dead a little bit earlier. I mean, we had them all wrapped up. But anyway, it's gonna be about 4th and 5 now.
Great job by the defense right there to force a 3 and out. There's some fire right now on the Mauldin sideline as we're finally getting it together. Timeout by Mauldin brings the clock to 3:01 with a chance to tie this game on the offensive side.
31 yard or 36 yard line is where it's going to be at. So right now, first punts it. We'll get the ball around the 30-yard line most likely. So it's all going to depend based off how quick our drive can go. So that drive we did a while ago, our scoring drive, was a very long drive. So
A punt return for a touchdown would be nice right here.
still got Gabe out there. Looks like they're going to go with their quarterback punting as well. Put Bowens back to return for the Mavs.
Wow, aggressive door shot right there.
The Roach is going to be back there. Mauldin, looks like we're showing a little bit of pressure coming after the punt a little bit. Some Pearson off the outside, not really come for it a lot. Good ball. See, he's going to let it bounce around the 36. Going to bounce back. Really just roll straight. It's going to be around the 36-yard line. Mauldin's got 2 minutes, 51 seconds to work with us, try to tie up this game.
Really important drive right here for the Mavericks. Could be a whole different ball game. It was 14-0 with about 6 minutes in the second quarter. Mauldin drives late in the second quarter, scores a touchdown, 3 and out, back on offense.
First 10 from 36. Watson going to hand off. Looks like Kelvin Johnson still in. Going to get about 5. We're up to the 4, so we're going about 4 yards. We got 11 carries, 39 yards, Kelvin Johnson. So second about 6. Going to look out fly. Going to come back over to Ortega. Ortega's going to drop it. Probably a better thing that he did drop. Would have probably lost a yard if he did end up catching it. And it would have kept the clock running. So probably better that we dropped it. So 3rd and 6, 2:22, clock stop. Shear's going to come in at quarterback. Emery's going to go to a receiver.
Another big hit by the Byrnes Rebels right there. It's like the 3rd or 4th big hit right there. Sets up a really important 3rd down for the Mavericks.
We got the trips out. Watch these all 3 receivers going. That's what we like to do when we have these trips. That's exactly what they're going to do. Send all deep. Going to go across the middle. Emery Watson. Another big hit, but it doesn't matter as he goes all the way down to the 39-yard line. Great throw by David Shear. All the way down to 38. Shear's going to still be in the quarterback. Going to again have Watson again with those trips. Again, probably going deep. Cheers, they're going to look quick through the hands. Will Fowler was there. That could have been a very dangerous throw. Or was it a very dangerous throw?
Looks like David saw some invisible man right there. Just almost threw it right at him. Unfortunately, it was not picked off.
Well, Shear once again. Oh, they don't snap the ball. So they're getting an offsides call. See if he would have been able to snap that ball. We could have had a free play. But not going to matter. So it's going to be out 5 yards. It's going to be about there's going to be a 2nd and 10 or 5. Not play West for 22 yards. So they're going to still go the same formation. Trips. Got Emory opposite side though now. Actually, yep, Emory's still with Pearson and Brown. Time or another clock. We'll move back up to 2 minutes.
The referee's being very strict about the game clock.
So that empty backfield throws here to the left. Gonna look out Emory on the screen. Overthrow him in front of him. Wouldn't have had much. So little overthrow from David Shear. Shear still not that good passing. One was a dangerous pass. That was just a little in front of him. Calm down a little bit right now. Well, like they were about to sub Shear off and keep him in now. Replace Dominic with Johnson. Johnson's going to be a receiver now, so it looks like going to go on the 5 wide. 1:55 left, 3rd and 5. Bring Johnson back in the backfield with Shear. Shift the Byrnes defense. Shear's going to hand it off. Johnson breaks the tackle. Caleb Faust. Caleb Faust threw Kelvin Johnson forward.
What a great play. Liddy picked up Kelvin Johnson and then tossed him. We're going to see if they mark it a first down or not.
It's like they're going to mark it just short. We're at 29. We're out without Aiden Haynes. Aiden couldn't make this field goal, but we're without him right now. Looks like 4th and inch is going to go for it.
Wow.
I'd be surprised to see the hard count right here just to try to get Byrnes jumping. They jumped earlier in the drive. They're showing pressure right now. One blitz. Again, they got a little bit of a jump. Didn't go across the line, though. Blackhawk at 2. They're going to snap it at 2. David Shear's going to look out right. Going to go across the middle. Aaron Bowens. There comes a flag. 2 flags come in. It's going to be a pass interference.
He tugged Aaron Bones' jersey. Great call by the officials. Like, only the 2nd flag, which is unordinary. Usually every game is like 15 flags. Well, one game we had like 21 flags in the first quarter.
That was a Hillcrest game. Yeah, it was 21 calls on both teams. 16 of those were on Mauldin.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Crazy.
But it's going to be a holding. So it's going to give us 10 yards, but still going to be a first down. 1:20 left. Ball's placed at the 14-yard line. Watson's going to come back. Quarterback Shear is going to step off.
Great job by Shear coming in and playing his role to drop the Mavericks down.
Going to go Kelvin Johnson. He's going to go straight up the middle. I'm going to give him about 2, 3. Johnson already has 13 carries this early. They're leaving off Fred Pearson. If they could get Fred Pearson going out, they hand off to Devin. Oh, they're going to triple option. Kelvin Johnson's got room. Johnson gets in. 2nd touchdown, Mauldin. 13-14 now.
What a play by Mauldin. Great job by Emory Watson to fake it and pass it to Kelvin Johnson. It's going to be a tie ball game with a made PAT. What a couple drives from Mauldin. 2 great drives are going to tie up the ball game with a made extra point right here. Just fantastic by the offense.
Well, PAT's up. And good. Score is tied 14-14 with 48 seconds left. in the first half. So right now, Hillcrest is leading Riverside 21-10. I got 48 seconds, Birds. Without Jaden Lucas and Deuce Caldwell.
It is not enough time for the Byrnes Rebels to score, but you never know. Could have a big play. Really important for Mauldin to lock up here on the running game. No big runs right here.
No, we haven't seen much from the Byrnes passing game. We see 2 drops already. Yeah, I mean, we saw these little only flick passes, which aren't going to be good.
Yeah,
If you
really.
can't, I mean, you can't throw a flick pass for 5 yards, 48 seconds. You got 2 timeouts, so you could do that, but you're not going to get much out of it.
Got to go Aaron Rodgers right here, load back, and just chuck that sucker.
Rodgers does have a good arm. Well, speaking of Rodgers, Cabe Rodgers is here too, so they got the same last name. Hopefully, they don't got the same arm strength.
Yeah, we saw that with 600 pass yards, but like we said, with the cold weather.
Going to be handoff. They're going to go on reverse. Going to get away from one man. Going to cut back up the field. Going to be tackled at the 23. That wasted 10 seconds off the clock. Probably should have just kept that himself.
Almost lost the ball right there, too. He was juggling the ball in his hands. That would have been huge if he did drop the ball. But great job by the Maverick special teams led by Coach Broca.
.23-yard line, 1st and 10. On 22, they got 39 seconds to try to do something, get in field goal range, and maybe try to go deep. Mauldin's pressing off. He's going to hand it off. Kai Cook and get out. Aaron Bowens tackles him. Looks like they're just going to try to run out clock. They can get the ball first, so they're going to try to keep the score tight, not risk anything.
Throw the ball deep. I mean, 31 seconds.
Man, Byrnes
high schoolers aren't making 45 plus usually.
But our high schoolers that can do it. It's different when you're in the game.
Especially when it's cold, windy. Might break a toe out there.
It's 43 right now. It's not going to stay that for the rest of the night. So, the wind's not bad up here, but when you go down on the field, the wind was worse on the field than it is up here. So, 30 seconds left, 27-yard line. 2nd and 2. We're still going to go on shotgun. And put Fred Pearson all the way back, lone safety. Going to be another handoff. They're going to be reversed. So he's going to throw to Rogers. Rogers going to look. Peyton Fisher tackles him. Sack for Peyton Fisher.
Great job right there by Peyton Fisher. The Mauldin defense was not fooled at all. We had 5 guys in the secondary covering the deep ball. Probably going to go for another shot right here. 19 seconds left. 3rd down.
I mean, that's the thing. These Byrnes plays have been very long, but they haven't been doing anything. I mean, that kickoff return is like 10 seconds off the clock. You got probably worse than what you would have got if you just kept it yourself. That was the run. It's at 7 yards. That's fine. But then that took 5 seconds to start. And then once you started it, Payne Fisher was right there. And we had Aaron Bones, Fred Pearson back deep. So you had no shot. The best shot you would have had was to get away from Peyton Fisher and get 5 yards, which that still is not going to happen with Peyton Fisher. He does not miss tackles.
Great job by our secondary. We haven't allowed any deep balls. It's just been the running game up front, but just a great job by the secondary in this half to keep everything in front of them. No big plays have happened, just a couple 10-yard passes, nothing big. Hopefully that can carry over to the second half.
19 seconds. 28. Got 2 to each side. See if they just run the ball. Could just be run play, just waste the rest of the clock, or they could try to take a shot. They are going to look like they're going to throw it. They are looking deep. Got a bunch of people running comeback routes. He's going to step up, try to run it himself. He's going to be tackled by Peyton Fisher once again. Mauldin lets the clock run out. Or maybe not. Oh, they barely got the first down, huh? The first down there. Clock stopped for a second. Well, now they said they were moving it to the first down. Chains still say fourth down. Hannah and Dorman are tied right now. Again, we're going to keep an eye on the rest of the night.
Who's tied? Is Dorman good this year?
Good, but they're not like Dorman good. They're going to give him the first down. We got 6 seconds. Probably just going to be a Hail Mary. Abe Rogers does have a pretty good arm, but still, it's going to be a 78 yards if you're going to try to get a touchdown. Well, right under center for the first time. Either team's come out under center. Got Ryan Gillette all the way down there. Carden 30 receivers by himself. Okay, they spiked it. That was going to bring the clock down to 6 seconds. That's going to be second down to 10. Another referee timeout.
This 1 minute has taken, feels like an hour.
First quarter went by like 5 minutes almost.
I mean,
Second quarter.
oh my God.
The 5th time we've had to check the game clock. I mean, right now, I think you could just let that go. I think there's going to get 1 second. It's not going to really do that much. Who's even running the clock right now? It's on the other side. There's 2 press boxes at Byrnes. They're on the other side running the play clock.
The referee should be.
So they got 5 wide out. I'm going to go deep. Is knocked out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete. Might have caused a little bit of an injury. They hit number 10 off. Come on, looks like Colin Impost. He got hit when he was trying to catch the ball. It's still laying on the ground. Colin Impost, see, came out to the end of the Hail Mary, so he's going to be hurt right now, but that's going to bring it to halftime, 14-14, both teams tied. Be back in a couple minutes for the halftime show. Welcome back to the Mauldin High Broadcast Network. Getting ready for the halftime show as Mauldin and Byrnes are currently tied at 14 with Byrnes getting into a quick